It's poppin' over here. This is the place to be on a Friday afternoon. Hi everyone from Cheongju. Look at this big, beautiful blue sky that we have out today. This is usually not possible in Cheongju in the dead of winter. The city is usually covered in a thick blanket of clouds. On the day my plane arrived here, we literally went through 3 layers of clouds. So yeah, it's a pretty cloudy place, but not today. Yes, it is actually January. There are literally still fall leaves. Yeah, the south is confusing. But anyway, considering how beautiful this weather is today, I thought I would take you guys out on the riverbank for a stroll. The whole city is crisscrossed with river paths like this one, and they're a great place to go for a walk. Cheongju is renowned for being a laid-back city, and even though it's a weekday, there are lots of people relaxing on the riverbank and drinking tea. Cheongju is also the panda capital of the country, so there are pandas everywhere. Even this thingy is a panda. They will put pandas anywhere. These white birds, they have got something figured out. I mean, these guys are thriving, and it's not just here. I see them all over this river. What is their secret? Who knows? Everybody's lined up watching whatever the heck is going on down there.
他们在放生，就是救他们嘛。本来他们是那个吃的嘛，对不对？是藏族人信仰就是那种救他们嘛。然后他们以为会买，所以他们专门出来卖的。
Oh, so that's why there are so many of these birds. I get it now. There are 2 types of people at this event. Random confused passersby like myself, and Buddhists. Mostly Tibetans from the Gansu region, a few hours west of Cheongju.
我也是藏族的，我是甘孜的。
你放生过吗？
我放生过啊，不是买的，就是我们那边有池塘嘛，冬天嘛，那时候河会干，对不对？我们就那些把那些鱼都放到那河里面，那也是算。
The guy on my left is also Tibetan and has done this before, but not with fish, with cows and sheep. 牛和羊怎么放生呀？
就是从那个屠宰场里，刚准备屠宰的时候，给它拉出来，放到草原上，让它自然死亡，不至于被人杀死。
This isn't the first time I've ever heard of the concept of Buddhists saving animals that would have otherwise been eaten, but this is the first time I've ever seen it happening on an industrial scale. They think they're going to the market to get eaten, so they keep escaping out of the box. The little catfish things are like the star of the show, but there are all these other little critters that keep getting added to the mix. Like people are coming by here selling frogs and fish. I think they're usually selling them as pets, but then they see this event going, they're like, okay, I'm gonna sell them now as a religious item.
亲近平安，久久长寿，可以吉祥如意，完做什么都心想事成，表示一个意思嘛，就是白蛋嘛，小鱼也可以，油蛙也可以，但是你买哪个？
考虑考虑。
不用考虑，放生大胆的放，你这个舍得才得对。你如果这么一个都研究一下了，要放住它一下就放，要不放。
And then we have this other truck behind us that brought in this whole other batch of fish from who knows where. So people are just kind of like latching on to this event and adding extra fish and frogs and turtles and whatever else. Before we continue, I have to mention some of the controversy associated with these ceremonies. Introducing non-native species into an ecosystem can actually cause a lot more harm than good by spreading diseases and throwing off the balance of the food chain. Some of these animals aren't suited for this environment. Frogs and turtles need access to land, which they probably won't find here, and could end up like this. It's like if you're baking a cake and suddenly you just toss in a bunch of habanero slices. It just ain't gonna turn out right. The exact same thing can happen to an ecosystem when you introduce random animals from who knows where. Freeing animals for good karma is an interesting concept, and that's what this channel is all about, sharing interesting things. So I do want to show it to you guys, but just be aware of these issues.
那个水就是说活佛开过光的水，可以说是像让小动物们记住他们的放出来的，记住他们的好，记住他们的恩。
听到没有，小泥鳅，要懂得感恩。Today's ceremony might lead you to believe that all Tibetan Buddhists are vegetarian, but actually many of them aren't. When I had dinner with Tibetan monks in Yunnan, for example, they served chicken soup. In the cold and rugged climate of Tibetan regions, it's quite a challenge to be vegetarian, but many people do avoid eating fish in particular because, according to the guy on my left, eating small animals causes more souls to be lost, since they produce very little meat and you have to eat more of them to get full. It's better to eat a big animal, so one soul can be used to feed many people, therefore a lower net loss of souls in the universe. 你觉得吃一个大的动物更好，因为它的一个身体一个命能分给很多人吃。对。那你吃什么肉啊？牛肉。There are several other reasons for not eating fish as well, because they're associated with water deities and river burials of the deceased. Everybody is lining up in a very ceremonial-looking fashion, so I think it's about to begin. The moment I have waited for at least 2 hours at this point. I mean, I've been here for a while. The sun is like setting now. It's been like 3 hours and this guy is still going strong. And that is the end of today's. Okay, there's more than enough space. You don't have to be. Sorry, got interrupted there. That's all for today's video, and again, please don't be inspired to release random animals into the wild. Introducing animals from unknown sources into the local ecosystem can actually spread diseases, introduce invasive species, and can potentially do more harm than good. Ecosystems are a fragile balance, and adding something that doesn't belong can really throw everything off. Animals aren't necessarily compatible in all habitats, just like ingredients aren't compatible in all recipes. Hope you guys found this ceremony interesting though. I certainly did. It is definitely some food for thought. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments, and I will see you all next time.